Is there really a right way to use Tadalafil? Or, let me ask you this, could the way you're currently taking it be the very thing holding you back from having the best, most powerful erections of your life? For millions of men, Tadalafil is nothing short of a miracle. But for countless others, it can be a source of deep frustration. You take the pill, you hope for the best, and the results are inconsistent. Sometimes it works wonders, and other times, it feels like it did nothing at all. That feeling of uncertainty, right at the moment you want to be your most confident, is something we need to eliminate. That's exactly why you're here today. In this video, we are going to dive deep into the precise strategies for using Tadalafil correctly. We're not talking about minor tips. We're talking about the fundamental methods that separate disappointing results from truly extraordinary, rock-solid erections that you can count on every single time. The secret isn't just one single trick. It's about understanding that there are a couple of right ways to use this medication, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly which strategy is perfect for your lifestyle, your body, and your goals. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start getting the powerful, reliable results you deserve, you're in the right place. Before we can build the right strategy, we have to tear down the wrong one. So, what is it that makes Tadalafil so unique? It's a highly effective medication for treating erectile dysfunction by increasing blood flow to the penis, making it easier to get and maintain an erection when you're aroused. Simple enough. But here's the crucial detail that changes everything. Its incredibly long duration of action. While many other ED medications last for about 4 to 6 hours, Tadalafil can remain effective in your system for up to 36 hours. That's a day and a half. This is the key that unlocks its true potential. To put it in perspective, think of other ED medications as sprinters in a race. They're incredibly fast and powerful for a short distance, giving you a specific, limited window to perform. Tadalafil, on the other hand, is the marathon runner. It's built for endurance. It doesn't just give you a few hours of opportunity, it can provide you with a window of readiness that spans an entire weekend. This unique, long-lasting effect is precisely why how you take it is so much more important than with other options. It isn't just a simple on-off switch for an erection. Its endurance allows for different strategic approaches that can be perfectly tailored to your lifestyle, your relationship, and your personal needs. Fully grasping this core principle, that you are working with a long-acting, flexible tool, is the foundation for everything that follows. But before we explore the 2 proven methods for success, we have to talk about the critical mistakes that cause so many men to give up in frustration. Avoiding these common pitfalls is the first and most important step. Let's talk about the 3 critical mistakes that sabotage Tadalafil's effectiveness. These are the traps that so many men fall into, and simply avoiding them will dramatically increase your chances of success. The first and most common is what I call the last-minute mistake. Picture this. The mood is right, things are heating up, and you quickly excuse yourself to take the pill, expecting it to kick in like a light switch. You return, the pressure is on, and nothing happens. Or worse, you get a weak, unreliable erection that only adds to your anxiety. This single mistake is responsible for a huge percentage of failures. Tadalafil is a powerful medication, but it's not magic. It needs time. After you swallow the pill, it has to go through your digestive system, get absorbed into your bloodstream, and then circulate throughout your body to reach its target. This process takes, on average, anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours to reach effective levels. For some men, it might be even longer. Rushing this process is like trying to drive a car the second you turn the key, without waiting for the engine to warm up. It's a guaranteed way to feel disappointed. The single best piece of advice I can give is to build patience into your routine. Time is your greatest ally here. The second critical error is the one-and-done mistake. This is all about psychology. Let's be honest, the first time you use Tadalafil, your expectations are sky-high, and so is your anxiety. You're thinking, will this work? What if it doesn't? That performance anxiety is a powerful chemical force. It releases adrenaline into your system, which is a vasoconstrictor. It tightens your blood vessels. Tadalafil is a vasodilator. It works to relax and open them. So, when you're anxious, Your mind is literally fighting a chemical battle against what the medication is trying to do. It's no surprise, then, that the first or second time might not be a home run. Many men experience a less than perfect result, get discouraged, and wrongly conclude that the medication doesn't work for them. This is a huge mistake. Your body and your mind need time to adapt. You need to build confidence that the medication is there to support you. That's why it's critical to try it at least 6 to 8 different times, under various circumstances, before you make any judgment. Give it a fair chance to work in a low-pressure environment. Finally, we have the bargain hunter mistake. In today's world, it's completely understandable to look for the best price on anything, and medications are no exception. But when it comes to Tadalafil, going for the absolute cheapest option you can find online from an unknown source can be a recipe for disaster. While generic versions of Tadalafil are excellent and cost-effective, not all generics are created equal. The effectiveness of a pill depends on its bioavailability, how much of the active ingredient your body can actually absorb and use. Reputable pharmaceutical companies have stringent quality control standards to ensure every pill has the right dose and is manufactured to be absorbed properly. Less reputable sources might have inconsistent dosing or use filler materials that hinder absorption. The result? You're not getting the medication you paid for. The difference in price between a trusted generic brand and a questionable one is often just a few dollars, but the difference in reliability and peace of mind is enormous. Don't let a few saved dollars sabotage your confidence and your intimacy. It's an investment that pays for itself. Now, I know that for some of you, the idea of relying on any pill, daily or on demand, still might not feel like the perfect long-term solution. You might be thinking, is there another way? A more natural approach to restore that automatic, youthful hardness without the planning, side effects, or the prescriptions. Well, what if I told you that thousands of men are turning to a completely different method that addresses the real scientific root cause of performance decline? It's a bizarrely simple 7-second home remedy, and it's 100% natural. It's designed to give you that hard as steel feeling on command, supercharge your desire, and restore the kind of unstoppable stamina you had years ago. If you're curious, I've linked to a free, eye-opening video that explains exactly how it works. To watch it right now, just pause this video, open the camera on your phone, and point it at the QR code you see on the screen. It will take you straight there. There's also a link pinned at the very top of the comments section below. Okay, for those of you sticking with the Tadalafil route and wanting to optimize your results, let's dive into some advanced questions to help you fine-tune your strategy even further now that we've cleared away the common mistakes that can hold you back. Let's get to the core of this video, building the right strategy for you. There are 2 primary, highly effective ways to use Tadalafil. The best one for you depends entirely on your lifestyle, your frequency of intimacy, and what you value most: complete spontaneity or planned precision. Let's break them both down in detail. First, we have what I call the always ready approach. This method is the gold standard for men who value spontaneity above all else. It's perfect if you're in a long-term, stable relationship where intimacy can happen at any time. It's also ideal for men who are dating and don't want the awkwardness of having to plan their medication around a potential encounter. Essentially, if you have sex or want the freedom to have sex 2 or more times a week, this is likely the best strategy for you. So, how does it work? The always ready approach involves taking a low dose of Tadalafil, typically 5 milligrams, every single day. The key here is consistency. You take it at roughly the same time each day, with your morning coffee, before bed, whenever fits your routine, just like you would a daily vitamin. By doing this, you're not trying to time its effects for a specific event. Instead, you are maintaining a steady, consistent, and effective level of the medication in your bloodstream at all times. Think of it as keeping the engine of your car warm and ready to go at a moment's notice, rather than having to start it from cold every single time you need it. The primary benefit of this method is complete and total freedom. It removes the clock from the equation. There is no more planning, no more mental calculation of is it too soon or is it too late, and no more awkward pauses to take a pill. When the moment feels right, whether it's a planned romantic evening or a completely spontaneous afternoon, Your body is ready to respond naturally to arousal. This constant state of readiness can do wonders for your psychological confidence. You stop thinking of yourself as someone who needs to prepare for sex and start feeling like someone who is simply sexually capable and ready, period. As a significant side benefit, daily Tadalafil is also an approved treatment for the urinary symptoms of an enlarged prostate, or BPH. So many men find that not only do their erections improve, but their urinary flow gets stronger, and they wake up less at night to use the bathroom. Now, what are the trade-offs? First, it requires discipline. You have to remember to take it every day for it to be effective. If you're forgetful, this might not be the best fit. Second, because the medication is always in your system, if you are someone who is prone to side effects like mild headaches, indigestion, or muscle aches, you might experience them on a more persistent, low-grade level, especially in the first couple of weeks. And finally, there's the cost. Taking 30 pills a month will naturally be more expensive than just taking a few. But what if a daily pill doesn't fit your life? What if you have sex less frequently, or you're perfectly comfortable with a bit of planning? That brings us to the second, equally effective strategy, the on-demand power approach. This method is ideal for the man who has sex less frequently, say, once a week or a few times a month, or for someone who simply prefers to use medication only when they know they're going to need it. It's a targeted, event-based strategy. Here's how this one works. With the on-demand approach, you take a higher dose of Tadalafil, usually 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams, as a single pill. Crucially, and I cannot stress this enough, you must take it well in advance of when you plan to be sexually active. Remember our last-minute mistake? This is where avoiding it is non-negotiable. You should take the pill at least 2 hours beforehand to give it ample time to be fully absorbed and reach peak effectiveness. Some men even find that taking it 3 or 4 hours before works even better for them. The benefits here are clear. The most obvious one is that you're not taking a medication every single day. You're in control, using it only when you need it, which many men prefer. From a cost perspective, if you're only having sex 4 times a month, this method is significantly cheaper than a 30-day supply for daily use. Some men also report feeling a stronger, more pronounced peak effect from the higher single dose, which can be a psychological confidence booster in itself. It gives them the assurance that they have maximum power when it counts the most. Of course, this approach has its own set of disadvantages. The biggest one is the complete lack of spontaneity. This method requires planning and communication. It can sometimes make an intimate moment feel a bit clinical or scheduled. The need to pause and say, okay, let's wait 2 hours, can break the mood for some couples. Second, because you're taking a much higher dose all at once, the side effects can be more intense. That headache, facial flushing, or indigestion might be more noticeable with a 20 milligrams dose than it would be on the low-level daily regimen. And remember, even though you took it for one specific night, that 36-hour effect is still in play. You took it on Saturday night, but it will still be in your system on Monday morning. So you have a choice: the freedom and spontaneity of the always-ready daily method, or the planned, targeted power of the on-demand method. Neither one is better than the other. They're simply different tools for different situations. Okay, now that you understand the 2 primary strategies, let's tackle some of the more advanced questions that experienced users often ask. These are the details that can help you fine-tune your approach for even better results. First, the big one: can I combine the methods? This is probably the most common question I see. Someone is on the daily 5 milligrams, always ready plan, which works great for day-to-day life, but they have a special anniversary or a big date coming up and they want an extra guarantee, an extra boost. So they wonder, can I take a 20 milligrams pill on top of my daily 5 milligrams? The answer is that you need to be very careful here. The officially recommended maximum dose of Tadalafil in a single 24-hour period is 20 milligrams. If you take your daily 5 milligrams in the morning and then add a 20 milligrams pill in the evening, you're at 25 milligrams, which is over that limit. Will it be dangerous? For most healthy men, probably not, but it will significantly increase your risk of experiencing side effects like a severe headache, muscle aches, dizziness, or a drop in blood pressure. You could end up ruining the very night you were trying to enhance. A potentially smarter, safer approach for that boost might be to simply skip your 5 milligrams dose on that particular day and just take the larger 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams dose instead, 2 hours before you need it. Next question, is splitting pills a good idea to save money? Many men see that 20 milligrams pills are often not that much more expensive than 5 milligrams pills, and they think, I'll just buy the 20s and cut them into quarters. On the surface, this sounds like a clever financial hack. However, the problem with this strategy is consistency. Tadalafil pills are not scored, which means they are not designed to be split evenly. When you use a pill cutter, you can't guarantee an accurate dose in each piece. One fragment might have 7 milligrams, another might have only 3 milligrams. This leads to unpredictable results. One day your erection is fantastic, and the next it's weak, leaving you confused and anxious. You end up trading reliability for a small cost savings. The entire goal of a daily regimen is to create a steady, predictable state of readiness. By splitting pills, you might be sacrificing the very consistency you were trying to achieve. For the most dependable results, it's always best to use the pill in its intended, manufactured dosage. And finally, a very smart question, how do I find my minimum effective dose? Many men are prescribed 20 milligrams for on-demand use, and it works, so they stick with it. But more is not always better. The goal should always be to use the lowest possible dose that gives you the excellent results you want. For a great number of men, a 10 milligrams dose is just as effective as a 20 milligrams dose, but it comes with a much lower chance of side effects. The only way to know is to experiment. If you're finding that 20 milligrams works well for you, the next time, try 10 milligrams. See if you achieve the same quality of erection. If you do, fantastic. You've just found your optimal dose, one that's cheaper and gentler on your body. It's about personal calibration and finding that perfect sweet spot between maximum effectiveness and minimum side effects. So, let's bring it all together. What is the right way to use Tadalafil? The answer is that the right way is the way that is right for you. It's about taking the information we've discussed today and applying it to your life, your needs, and your body's response. The key is to shift your mindset from simply taking a pill to implementing a strategy. We've learned that avoiding the 3 critical mistakes is the foundation of success. Never rush it. Give the medication the time it needs to work its magic. Don't give up after 1 or 2 tries. Give your mind and body a fair chance to adapt and build confidence. And invest in your results by using a quality, reputable brand of medication. From there, it's about choosing your path. Do you crave spontaneity and the freedom of being ready at a moment's notice? The always ready daily approach might be your perfect solution. Or do you prefer to plan your encounters and want the targeted, maximum power for those specific moments? The on-demand approach could be the ideal fit. Remember, this is a journey of discovery. The goal is to achieve an erection that is not just functional, but firm, reliable, and something that gives you profound confidence. You have the knowledge and the tools to make that happen. By using Tadalafil the right way, you are not just managing a condition, you are taking back control and empowering yourself to have the extraordinary, satisfying sex life you absolutely deserve.